trying to get you paid out there. So do your best, make the right decision. I can't tell you who that's going to be. I like both these guys. I think it's going to be a hell of a showdown, but I would say Sonix is probably favorite coming into this, but ShinyMark, not one to be slept on. Let's get it. Game number 1, excuse me, and we are opening up on drumroll Stadium, the classic. Pikachu, you should feel right at home here. See if he is.
We'll see if these T-Jolts slow down Sonix in any way, shape, or form. Definitely looks like very comfortable. Opting to go to ledge here. The Nair, wow, actually going to get the hit there. And, okay, homing attack. Both players are trying to fill each other out. T-Jolts being thrown. And here's the first grab opening. Does not get a follow-up, though, for Sonix.
Not quite. And imagine this is going to be, at parts, definitely going to be a little bit of a slower pace, right? Because it's all about just kind of being able to get in there safely. And really, well, right there, not opening yourself up to any combos. Both these characters heavy on that. You see 60% just tacked right on. So Sonix getting what he wants right from the start. Let's see if Mark can respond immediately. Trying to get himself in there. Ooh, vulnerable, though.
A lot of dash attacks here. I feel like Sonix is playing around the T-Jolts very, very well. Maybe ShinyMark not feeling too confident in the T-Jolt approaches here, but not really able to get any kind of opening onto Sonix. Sonix is just playing the neutral so well right now.
That he is. This guy always just kind of knows how to start to just kind of set himself up for success with these leads he's able to build upon and really take advantage of the fact that Sonic can just, from there, really dictate the pace. Able to survive one. Love the aggression from him off stage. Not getting the hit, but just out there threatening the pressure to catch one slip up that ShinyMark might throw out there.
And Pikachu is very light here. We'll see if we can get any kind of setup. A forward tilt at the edge of the stage will definitely do the trick. The forward smash to come out. A little overkill coming out from Sonix, but maybe wanted that meteor hitbox. And, oh, there's a Trump into the back here. Can you set up another situation here? Tacking on a good amount of damage. ShinyMark is doing quite a great job here, getting the percentages back into a more evenest position. Oh, there's that forward tilt I was talking about, yep.
So good, man. Just kind of patrolling the ground, waiting for that landing, and catches it perfectly. That forward tilt going to take off the first stock, and now Sonix, as we've seen time and time again, in easily his favorite position, the lead.
Yeah, and Pikachu definitely going to be looking for a setup here. No rage for the assist there on the knockback. I know ShinyMark definitely is quite aggressive with these trumps, and they get a lot of damage, but I would love to see like stuff like that where you're able to get like multiple trumps in a row like that, and like not being able to convert it into a KO feels kind of bad. So we'll see what other tricks ShinyMark has in his bag here for the KO, because right now Sonix is making it very difficult for ShinyMark to get this kill.
Yeah, definitely liking what I'm seeing. Oh, good decision on that forward air, just throwing it out there and catching Sonix in the air. Really not doing a bad job either. It was only at 45% when he got that, so still plenty of room to make up this damage deficit that he's facing. All right, pulling back a little bit.
Right over the T-Jolt.
He's so good at just switching those gears, man. Like, he can go offense and defense just kind of out of nowhere. Actually, I think one thing that Sonix does kind of good to me, I think he, like, sometimes he can kind of mask his quote-unquote camping with, like, looking super offensive too, right? You know what I mean? Like, just a lot of, like, hitboxes and moves thrown out. You're just like, oh, this guy's going in. But actually, he's just like, nah, I'm keeping your ass out. So he's definitely a clever one, man. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, and it's even the mix-up of just like, oh, I'm going to make you feel like I'm going to go in, but just like kind of hang around that whiff punish area, especially when you have the speed, like, you know, that Sonic brings to the table. The homing attack almost connects it, and while he's still swinging these back airs, ooh, try to break his ankles right there, but doesn't catch ShinyMark off guard here. Does get a little laggy on that, but the up air connects. Oh, what a scramble situation, though.
A little wild right now. Oh, nicely done. That was out of nowhere. And that's how quick you can see Pikachu just strikes ShinyMark, not letting that small window of opportunity go to waste. And now he takes the lead. Fragile one, but a lead nonetheless.
Sonic is a little on the lighter side there. ShinyMark able to abuse that rage that he has and able to connect a wonderful string. I believe it was like neutral B into the Nair, into the up smash there, and that's why you gotta really respect those T-Jolts. Pikachu is a character that gets a lot from those T-Jolts, or even if you shield the T-Jolts, kind of forcing you in a position where Pikachu can get a lot of damage, because Pikachu just kills or just gets a lot of damage off of grab as well. And wow, look at this. ShinyMark is still alive, even though Pikachu being extremely light, 183%, but the border will finally do the trick.
Love the fact that he just committed to just challenge those recovery attempts from ShinyMark, and it pays off big time. Back on even footing here. First game, last stocks all around. Who is going to strike first?
I like that from ShinyMark, trying to go for like some kind of multi-hit drop zone there. Doesn't connect, but I just like the idea of like being willing. Like Sonic, both these characters can be pretty hard to edge guard because they just have very good recoveries. But I think both these characters, because they have good recoveries, they can kind of like go hard off stage and not worry too much on the reversal. Just having those tools, and both these players kind of, they're definitely willing to like commit a little harder also.
Got to be able to pull the trigger, especially like in those tight down the stretch situations too, where like it's kind of like the difference between getting the dub or just honestly like kind of hesitating, like, all right, your opponent just takes advantage on the next opportunity. Like you always want to be putting yourself in a position to succeed, and I think both these guys do it, especially even off stage. Nobody off stage right now, just vying for position on stage, just dodging that T-jolt, trying to find his way in. But that's what I'm talking about, just masking the defense, making you think he's coming in, but at the same time, just immediately and off.
And
I didn't even notice, Charles. There's been so much going on. We're just now approaching the minute mark on this first game.
Yeah, and it is ShinyMark with the lead, and it's just so crazy too, because I feel like when people think of Central America South, the only name that might pop out to most would be, you know, Sonix, because he is from the Dominican Republic. But like this tournament is just going to show that there's a lot of other great players in this region, so it's really cool, because we even said ShinyMark and Sonix was going to go down to the wire, which is what is happening right now, right out the gate, game number 1. And Sonix is actually the one that has to pull the trigger, has to be aggressive here, and this is the counterplay against Sonic that, you know, is kind of like hanging back a little bit. Whenever someone is losing, they are the ones that are pressured in a point where it's just like, how much time is their resource, right? Right now, the clock is Sonic's resource, and he has 15 seconds to make the percentage like higher on ShinyMark's side or get the KO, put it into his favor. But oh man, there's only 6 seconds left. This is down to the wire. That hit might have secured it. Now ShinyMark can just run away with the quick attack, and it's over. And no timeout though.
No timeout. I mean, you know, it's kind of accepted the inevitable there. It's like, all right, I'll save us 2 seconds. So just gonna throw himself into the blast zone. But kudos to ShinyMark. I mean, I feel like there's so many times where we see players get to those situations where it's like, okay, I have like a 30% lead. There's 1 minute on the clock. You know, get somebody like Sonix, like, okay, I want to take advantage of this. I want to play to the clock. I want to play to the time, and kind of take my advantage. And then they just get like a little flimsy and clumsy, and just before you know it, they either die or they lose the percent lead. No, Mark was efficient down the stretch to the end, even managing to tack on even more damage, which maybe you might not expect, because he elected, I'm not just going to run away. I'm still going to put out my offense where it applies. I'm not going to be a coward about it and get caught up on some dumb ish, because I saw Sonic trying to make a couple reads before Smash, and Mark just did not give him any. So kudos to ShinyMark winning that first game.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Usually I don't see Twitch chat popping off too much on a timeout, but it seems like if Sonic does get timed out, they get excited. Very interesting, very very interesting to see how that works. Not too sure how the science of that is, but nonetheless, we are going to get into game number 2. FD is the pick. And yeah, I mean, this is something like, even the clock itself has been a huge topic in terms of rule set, right? You can camp when you
what?
Have the lead.
Oh no! What happened? That Sonix? Did Joy-Con die, brother?
I don't know, but talking about having a lead, and that's not a way to start it off, to have that lead. And ShinyMark is going to have a humongous advantage coming into this game number 2 here. But I've definitely seen Sonix bring it back from tougher situations than that, so definitely capable. And you know, a lot of people think that all Sonic players, like, it's all about their defense, but if it's any Sonic player's offense that I believe in, it's definitely going to be Sonic's. Definitely going to have to play offensively. Like, oh my goodness, and as I say, it snipes the quick attack. You're trying to come into my zone, you're trying to get greedy with this quick attack, go onto the stage, and he's going to have to punish for that. And honestly, only taking like 50-some% before that stock, that was huge.
Yeah, seriously, and I love that resilience right there. Like, it's not hard to think, oh my god, well, he just got dunked right there. But before LeBron James came through and just dunked him, it's not too often to say, you know, or out of the realm to say, like, you see somebody kind of SD and then they just lose all confidence in the match. I feel like Sonic's just like, okay, well, that sucks, but I still have an opportunity to take this. And before he got dumpstered on that stock, it seemed like that was the case, but now yet again finds himself in the same predicament. Got to fight a little bit of an uphill battle, trying to do just that. I love the fact he was just floating off that stage, like, all right, let me just catch him one time with a back air. Didn't happen, but the effort is right there. Certainly no quitting Sonix, and considering you gave away that first free stock, man, you got to make something happen ASAP.
Right, even though Sonix has a lot of time, he's opting not to camp. He's going for more of these aggressive plays because he knows that ShinyMark is willing to play the timeout game, right? You, like I said, I've said this so many times before, you can play defensive and campy against an opponent even if you're losing, and if your opponent isn't willing to go for the timeout, that'll work. But once you reach this level of play, like, players are going to, if you're camping and like they're the one with the lead, they're just gonna time you out. Like, that's just how things go, you know what I mean? So at lower levels of play, that definitely can work, but Sonic does understand the situation and he knows that he only has so much time to make any kind of play happen.
And even as that time ticks away, like, his percentage continues to rise. Like, Mark has done an excellent job not letting this this lead, almost like basically a gift on that first stock, not letting it go to waste. And it's going to be a hell of an effort for Sonix to close the gap here, but first he just got to work on that stock already. And all right, Mark, maybe Charles in a sense kind of returning the favor off that first stock. Like, all right, here you go, little rare SD coming from ShinyMark, but the percent deficit, you got to wonder, is it too great to overcome?
I definitely think it's not. I think the hardest part when you're like being timed out is you know, securing the stock, because like getting damage is not, it's not as hard as getting stock, just because, you know, any move does damage for the most part, right? Obviously there's some moves in the game that just don't do damage, but you know, it's like getting that killing blow, that's the hard situation to set up. Obviously both players SD'd, but ShinyMark's being a little bit more gracious because he was at that 150%. Yes. So we'll see if ShinyMark can play that careful game. I love these wall jumps coming out from ShinyMark to really get off of this ledge situation. Not only is there the threat of poke attack and forward smash, but yeah, just ShinyMark playing it very, very clean. Obviously, very unfortunate SD coming out from Sonix, but ShinyMark still had to follow that up and just play a very, very solid game. And, you know, pretty much just won with an entire stock lead. So it's like you don't have that argument like, oh, well, I would have won, right, or whatnot. It was like fairly even in that sense.
Yeah, you play what's, you know, you play the hand you're dealt, essentially. I think Mark did a really, really fantastic job of that, and kudos to Sonix. I mean, he definitely again showed kind of like that no quit attitude, which I do certainly appreciate. But just you know, these two being pretty evenly matched, that was just like a deficit that was a little too hard. And you saw the way ShinyMark played too. He still had that same sense of urgency. Like, this is like, he played it like they were still at even stocks, right? He didn't like get careless or overconfident or do anything like too reckless, essentially giving that lead away. Like, he played it right down the stretch, and I think that was the difference. But gonna run it back to FD without the SD, I am imagining, on this one. So perhaps Sonix can finally get on the board, because it would be insane to say this man's about to get 3-0'd out of the bracket. It's not something I don't think any of us expected, right? Like,
oh, no. And I know everyone in the chat is already asking for that Game 5 last stock, last hit situation. So we'll see if Sonix can make this reverse trio a dream come true here. But right now, it's gonna be tough. Down 0-2. That second game, definitely not the best for Sonic's morale, but I definitely think he has the ability as a player to bring this to a Game 5 situation. But you got to take it one game at a time, right? So we've got to start off with this game number 3. I love those cross-up wall jumps with the up air, and then you come down with the neutral air as well. And if your opponent's playing too far forward on that ledge trap, you know, ShinyMark can take advantage of that, get the cross-up in there, and that's just a very good position for Pikachu to be in, especially if you don't have like a very quick up B, like a quick out of shield option from behind. And you see ShinyMark abuse that. Wow, gets the air dodge as well with the Thunder. What a read, and gets another lead here, but the forward smash to return the favor, not going to be enough to knock the stock off. But man, what an explosive start to this game number 3. It's just going back and forth.
Bro, that Thunder was so good, because like, you saw his movement too. It looked like he was going to throw out an aerial, but he waited for the air dodge. That was like just the perfect bait, man, to just give him that first stock. Sonix obviously responding right away, but man, you got to give credit to that play, because that was just an immaculate demonstration of skill from my man ShinyMark, who right now is trying to really build upon this lead. Obviously, a couple of percent separating them, but the momentum, I feel like a little bit more on the favor of ShinyMark. He's on the closeout game right now. It's all up to Sonix to respond long term and keep this thing going.
Yeah, and I want to point out as well, ShinyMark's combo game with the Pikachu is phenomenal. I feel like when I watch a lot of Pikachus, the main thing I want to see is like how they use up air in their combos, because you have so much options after hitting a low percent back air. You can go into like continuous back airs depending on the DI, but you can kind of nullify SDI in a sense, where it's like, okay, if I start converting it into back airs and see where they go from there. And ShinyMark has also shown that he is proficient in the sour up air setups as well, like towards the ending hitbox of the up air and setting up, you know, strings like that as well. So very, very fun to watch the Pikachu combo tree. There's
Definitely.
obviously so many options you can do, right? You have so many different multi-hits as well to drag your opponent back down off stage and on stage, but Sonix does not care about any of that. Just gonna come in with the simple stuff. The down B charge right into the forward air is going to get the job done. One of the more stronger kill confirms, in my opinion, in this game, just because it drags your opponent like closer to the blast zone while that's happening on the down B and on the forward air. 2 multi-hit moves. So, you know, your opponent can fall out because they are multi-hits, but having that utility of like manipulating where your opponent's going to be before you launch them, especially towards the area that you like want to kill them, like off the side, is so strong.
100% facts, no cap from my man Charles. And maybe capping off this stock off the jab. Yes, he will do just that. Wonderful job from ShinyMark. So 54% separating these guys. Plenty of time on that clock. I would not even have timeout on my mind right now. There's plenty of time to crawl back in this thing and make this one really go down the wire. Mark,
but if you're
engaged, but I'm saying patient.
Yeah, if you're Sonix, you still have to play very, very patient. Pikachu, definitely known for the amount of damage, like just those low percent combos. There is a little bit of rage that is going to affect ShinyMark's combo tree. Not going to be as efficient as no rage, but still it's just something you have to respect. Gets the T-Jolt, but not necessarily positive on hit. Probably tried to go for a drag down there, but wasn't able to connect it. Right now, Sonic's playing this lead extremely well, avoiding these T-Jolts. That's going to be the name of the game in terms of this neutral. And yeah, just utilizing every single option. The sour nair, that was so good. He used the spin charge jump tech, went over both T-Jolts, was able to set himself up with the sour nair, which comboed into the back air. And just such immaculate play coming out from Sonix, punishing ShinyMark for setting up those T-Jolts. And we said it earlier too, just the way Sonix plays around T-Jolt is so damn good. And we see it there, just like complete full-on display of him getting a stock off of it, right?
Yeah, seriously, like just really looking for T-Jolt to kind of just be the opening to present itself and get himself in there and really just tack on some percent, but Sonix just completely using it against him, as you so eloquently explained there, and getting himself on the board at last. So it's going to be no 3-0 for anybody who was hoping to
as
see
we
that.
predicted, right? We said this was going to be at least a game 4, game 5, right?
Definitely said it was at least going to go game 4. Personally thought it was going to go for game 5. I see a couple people type in reverse 3-0 incoming. We shall see. Still got to get to a 4th game on ShinyMark's counter pick. So not out the woods yet.
Yep. So final destination. Yeah, final and Kalos definitely very common counter picks for Sonic, even in previous iterations of Smash was kind of like their go-to, at least final. Kalos definitely a new addition with hazards off in Ultimate. So we'll see where we go here. It's interesting because Kalos is also a very good Pika stage. I'm not too sure. I mean, it just kind of like depends on playstyle, right? So it looks like we're going back to PS2. I believe we started the set off here, so
familiar territory for both.
Yeah, for sure. The blast zones are going to be a little smaller. Of course, we're going to have those 2 platforms as well. Yeah, I feel like both these players and just their characters in general definitely can benefit from everything that the stage brings. We've seen Sonix get extremely early kills with the back setups into the back air with the forward smashes, which he's just so damn good at hitting. So, tried to get the snipe there. And even the leg sweep on the recovery there. That was nice.
I'm telling you, let Sonix hang around long enough, bro. He's going to start picking it up. Come in, bring your own little play style there, but if you go, a best of 5, like Sonix is just the kind of guy who could just kind of adapt and slowly but surely creep his way in there. So Mark, while he is up 2-1, still needs to be very careful trying to close this one out, because game 5 will be even harder, I gotta imagine.
And you see how Sonix is using a bunch of variants of his specials to kind of mix in like how he's going to get around ShinyMark's neutral bees. And even the neutral bees he does get hit by, they're not like too impactful. They're kind of just like chip damage, which is fine.
Yeah.
And even utilizing things like, oh, gets the air dodge.
We got him.
Slipping.
Got him too. Remember we saw kind of like a similar thing with ShinyMark catching that air dodge and using the thunder to eliminate stock. And this time it's just completely changing it around. Good stuff.
Yeah, and again, Sonix is just kind of coming out the gate here, very, very strong and able to, oh man, yeah, gonna live there. No rage on the Pikachu, that forward smash, no sweet spot, but look at all this damage ShinyMark is racking up. Can he get the KO soon though? He's trying, I like the walks that are coming in, but so much damage coming in from Sonix. Once he gets these small openings, gets these 1 to 2 piecers, he's able to just, you know, rack up so much damage that you just have to respect it.
Facts on facts. 131. My man definitely playing to his strengths right now. Oh, damn, he's super aggressive with that forward air attempt. Love to see it. Now just kind of running. And really, it's just like, okay, if I'm ShinyMark, all right, well, how do I come in there and just get that stock off? I guess I make a call right there. Got him with the forward air, but still not going to be enough. Boy, is living. This one, though, yeah, that'll definitely do it. Okay, kind of rinse and repeat to the same effect. Well done.
Yeah, and sometimes that forward air can be a little inconsistent from Pikachu. There was a patch that helped it out and sniped him right out of the quick attack. How many times have we seen Sonix get that quick attack snipe? And it's honestly just really impressive just because of the amount of angles Pikachu has in terms of quick attack angles. So just really, really great timing coming out from Sonix. Just knowing that ShinyMark wanted to go straight for the ledge there. And Sonix with a humongous lead right now. I'm not too sure what the answer for ShinyMark is going to be. He's going to probably have to nail like a very good combo or a very good edge guard here. Just can be so hard against Sonix because of that up B spring out of the combos and just that really great recovery.
I would say at this point, the answer is definitely going to be found in Game 5. I mean, like, it's kind of weird. Like, a lot of the chat was kind of clamoring and saying, yeah, we're definitely going to get the reverse 3-0, at the very least go to Game 5. And I think Sonix is definitely not trying to disappoint people making that prediction because he has been absolutely outstanding in this 4th game. And Mark, so far, no true answers, just trying to land back safely. But a lot of options that he's picking are kind of getting stuck. He's kind of running right in there, just taking some free damage already at 90%. And this is not where you want to be in a situation.
Yeah, and it's just Sonix is making it very, very hard for ShinyMark to close the distance. And once ShinyMark does close the distance and he like kind of gets that up close interaction, he just loses the RPS situation, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna go for dash attack. You shielded it, could have got a dash grab instead and all that jazz. So just a really incredible part on Sonix, just again playing the neutral really well. And then even when Pika does get in, he's doing an incredible job of winning those up close situations. And that's why it just looks like it's completely snowballing out of control, right? Where Sonix just has this incredibly huge lead, even already has lapped them in terms of like percentage as well.
I mean, if there is a comeback to be made, it is going to be a very tight window. It all starts with getting this first stock off, one that it doesn't look like Sonix has any intention of relinquishing. Just electing to just go to the other side of the stage. He is not giving ShinyMark any opportunities. And the crazy thing about this is almost setting up like the way Sonix is playing, he knows Mark's going to make one mistake and it's going to cost him stock. Like, he is looking to end this. I think it could be a situation. No, we are not going to get that 2-stock. My man ShinyMark said, nah, bro, I'm bringing this down to the wire if it takes everything. Well, it's going to take a whole hell of a lot at 130.
Yeah, this is going to be rough.
Man.
He has a decent amount of time. You can take it a little slow. There's a little less than 2 minutes here. Try to set up some T-Jolt approaches. But the not so great thing is, yeah, look, he's not even confident enough to go for like an up air or back air follow-up. Pikachu with max rage, it can be a little difficult to get your strings. So Sonix is in probably like one of the better positions against Pikachu. You know, obviously you have to respect any character with max rage, but like just the sheer amount of damage output, definitely a little different how Pikachu can work. Tries to get the tech chase here, does not get the jab block, able to tech in, and Sonix is just still running this clock, minute 17, and not really giving ShinyMark any openings for this damage. 37,
and he really doesn't even need to do anything like particularly special here. Like at the end of the day, Mark has to come to him. It's just like, all right, let me just kind of wait and bide my time. Whether I get it through the timeout or I get like, you know, a straight hit that's going to finish that stock off. Again, 68 on Pikachu. Ain't exactly the percent I'm wanting when I'm thinking, all right, comeback time. Like,
Yeah,
this is perfectly set up for Sonic to get this game 5 he's playing for.
And this, okay, there's the trade. Okay, because like in that situation, like even when it was at around the 2-minute mark, like I feel like ShinyMark can still play like the standard, like let me set up my T-Jolts, let me try to come in, right? But when it kind of gets under that minute mark and you're that behind, you literally like you just have to start going ham, right? Like both of these players has made it very clear to the other player that like they will time the other person out. So you have to play so aggressive to the point where it's like, well, I'm probably still going to lose in a sense where it's like I'm playing so aggressive, I'm reaching so hard that I'm probably going to get punished, but you should at least do the reach, right? Because like you can do that or you can play the standard way and just get timed out. So I'm glad ShinyMark like towards the end there just started trying to go for some kind of starter, and you know, even though you don't necessarily win, like it's better than just getting timed out, right? Like because if you just like still play the standard way and like the match kept going how it was, like just get timed out, there's no like chance.
It is. All right, well, chat, this is it. I mean, anybody was saying that the reverse 3-0 is going to happen. Very real possibility, as we have been sent to this game 5, everything again on the line for both of these guys as far as just raising that seeding again. You know, you're already qualified. That's not the issue here, but anytime you can up that seeding a little bit in what is going to be an insanely stiff competition, you know, especially offline, like you definitely want to take full opportunity of that. So, and again, the person who sent both these guys here waiting and chilling in grand finals. So, if you want a little bit of revenge, man, you got to start with the guy right ahead of you. It has been Sonic's very final 2 games, but Mark did not win those other 2 prior by accident. So still anybody's set.
Yeah, and I feel like Mark is still playing very well. To me, it doesn't. I feel like a lot of people, they see a reverse 3-0 and they automatically think like, oh, the other player must have been tilted. Like, no, it's just very possible that someone else just like adapts and 3 games. Like you beat them 2 games in a row and then they beat you 3. Like there's always like there is always the mental aspect, but I feel like everyone just associates a reverse 3-0 like automatically like, oh yeah, the person that lost like had to have been like tilted or mentally like destroyed, and that's not always the case. Like sometimes people just play really well, and I feel like that's what we have like right now in front of us. I feel like both players are still playing their game very, very well. And those are the kind of matches you want to see anyway, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Just playing their hearts out and they're both playing really well.
When you get to top 8, I feel like it's just really never that fun to just see people get blown out, right? Because adaptation is so key, and when you have to kind of switch your style and some of your approaches and things of that nature on the fly as well. It really just kind of makes for like an excellent set. And I feel like Sonix and ShinyMark are been a shining example of that for sure. Just the way things have kind of unfolded right now. This would be a great opportunity for Mark to really chip on some more damage and not let this little lead he goes be for naught.
Wow, very aggressive dash attack from ShinyMark.
It's not even shining.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not an option we would expect with just how both these players have been playing for like the last 2 or 3 games. But you know, having those kind of like mixes of aggression can really throw your opponent off. And like sometimes you just throw out those options just to make like let your opponent know like I am willing to like throw this deep dash attack. You don't always have that secure safe option of that dash back being safe. So I really like how ShinyMark is playing this. Excellent lead. Wow, the cross up, maybe a skid cancel, like the sliding forward tilt. Wait, oh man, I think Sonix had to actually like DI that up for that down tilt not to tech chase there. Very, very great awareness.
Oh, he's gonna turn around and grab him. Oh, nope. Gonna turn around and get that back air. Okay, Sonix. Finally able to dispatch of that stock 100%, so already tacked on. So good little lead for ShinyMark. See if he can hold on to it or will Sonix kind of chip away. Excellent parry. That was so clutch. Sonix surviving, but not without taking a hefty amount of damage. The Trump attempt not going to be quite there, but still had him off stage for another opportunity. But he's surviving.
Oh, the hold on the homing attack as well. The dash attack will find its mark, and once again, ShinyMark getting paid out for this aggression. And I mean, I feel like at this point it's like the multi-game conditioning, right? Because both these players have been playing so conservative, right? So Sonix just feels so safe to be able to like dash back and set up a spin dash, and ShinyMark just showing Sonix like this game 5 just really switching it up and getting these like really deep dash attacks that either gets him damage or gets him the second stock, probably one of the more pivotal stocks when the pacing of the game is like being played like this. So this is really huge coming into the last stretch of this game 5.
This is exactly what Mark needed. I mean, especially after you let those last 2 games get away from you, your closeout games, but you're back in the driver's seat for this 5th and final showdown in our losers finals, and it is definitely looking like it's going to go the way of ShinyMark. However, I must preface this: I've seen this many a time, situations like this for Sonix, and he has found a way to win. So, Mark, until it says game, you've got to understand, you've got to be on yours. Sonic will not make anything easy for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, and look at dude. Okay, ShinyMark is going in right now. He does not have to lead. He does not care. He is like a shark in the water. He wants to end this game 5 right here, right now. The Trump into the backer. Will it be enough? Yes, it is. Wow, dude, he just started. He started quick attacking in.
I mean, you can't tell me that the last 20 seconds didn't just belong to ShinyMark. Like,
oh, absolutely.
As much as he accumulated that damage and just made all the right decisions, to end it with the Trump as well, something we've kind of seen him do customarily throughout this bracket already. I mean, he was just on another level. So props and kudos to him. Definitely earned that one. Nothing but respect for Sonix as well. But the favorite of this tournament going to fall to a respectable 3rd place. Our grand finals are set. Capitan versus ShinyMark. A little bit of a winner's finals run back.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. And I feel like not a lot of people notice things like this, but like the multi-game conditioning in that set was huge. Obviously, the SD in game 2 was like a very big deal on Sonix's counter pick as well. So, that was a pretty big deal. But like the way ShinyMark just like turned up the aggression game number 5 and just got